is to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. So today we are taking 28th verse of the 3rd chapter of the 1st canto. It's a very famous verse. I am very fortunate that our Janki Jivan Prabhu invited me to give his class today on this verse, which is a key verse. In Sanskrit, it is known as Paribhasha Sutra, and in English, Srila Prabhupada referred to it as the emperor verse, the emperor. And then he also gives the one of the explanation, he calls it the commander. This is the commander verse in the Bhagavatam that commands all the other verses because it defines, establishes the supremacy of Krishna or Krishna Tattva. So this is the most famous verse that all of you remember, but we will recite it. Ete cham sakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mradayanti Yuge Yuge Ete chansa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mradayanti Yuge Yuge. Please go ahead. Ete cham sakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mradayanti Yuge Yuge.
Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam
Mradayanti Yuge Yuge. Ete cham sakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mradayanti Yuge Yuge. Ete, all these, cha and ansha, plenary portions, kala, portions of the plenary portions, pumsa, of the Supreme, Krishna, Lord Krishna, tu, but, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Swayam, in person, Indrari, the enemies of Indra, Vyakulam, disturbed, Lokam, all these planets, Mradayanti, gives protection, Yuge Yuge, in different ages. Translation. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists. Please repeat. All of the above mentioned incarnations
All of the above mentioned incarnations
are either plenary portions
are either plenary portions
or portions of the plenary portions
or portions of plenary portions
of the Lord.
of the Lord.
But Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa
But Lord Śrī Krishna
is the original personality of Godhead.
is the original personality of God.
All of them appear
All of them appear
on planets
on planets
whenever there is a disturbance
whenever there is a disturbance
created by the atheist.
created by the atheists.
The Lord incarnates
The Lord incarnates
to protect the theists.
to protect his
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. In this particular stanza, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is distinguished from other incarnations. He is counted among the avatāras, incarnations, because out of His causeless mercy, the Lord descends from His transcendental abode. Avatāra means one who descends. All the incarnations of the Lord, including Lord Himself, descend to different planets of the material world, as also in different species of life to fulfill particular missions. Sometimes He comes Himself, and sometimes His different plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions, or His differentiated portions, directly or indirectly empowered by Him, descend to this material world to execute certain specific functions. Originally, the Lord is full of opulences, all prowess, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. When they are partly manifested through the plenary portions or part of the plenary portions, it should be noted that certain manifestations of His different powers are required for those particular functions. When in the room small electric bulbs are displayed, it does not mean the electric powerhouse is limited by the small bulb. The same powerhouse can supply power to operate large-scale industrial dynamos with greater volts. Similarly, the incarnations of the Lord display unlimited powers because so much power is needed at the particular time. In the next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada gives examples of all these. For example, Lord Parshuram and Lord Nrsimha displayed unusual opulence by killing the disobedient Kshatriyas 21 times and killing the greatly powerful atheist Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was so powerful that even the demigods in the other planets would tremble simply by the unfavorable raising of his eyebrow. The demigods in the higher levels of material existence many, many times excel the most well-to-do human beings in duration of life, beauty, wealth, paraphernalia, and all other respects. Still, they were afraid of Hiranyakashipu. Thus, we can simply imagine how powerful Hiranyakashipu was in this material world. But even Hiranyakashipu was cut into small pieces by the nails of Lord Nrsimha. This means that anyone materially powerful cannot stand the strength of the Lord's nails. Similarly, Jamdagnya displayed the Lord's power to kill all disobedient kings powerfully situated in their respective states. Jamdagnya stands for Lord Parshuram. The Lord empowered incarnation, the Lord's empowered incarnations, Narada, and plenary incarnations, Varaha, as well as indirectly empowered Lord Buddha, created faith in the mass of people. The incarnations of Lord Ram and Dhanvantari displayed his fame, and Balram, Mohini, Vamana exhibited his beauty. Dattatreya, Matsya, Komara, and Kapila exhibited his transcendental knowledge. Narayan Rishis exhibited his renunciation. So, all the different indirectly or directly empowered incarnations of the Lord manifested different features, but Lord Krishna, the primeval Lord, exhibited the complete features of Godhead. And thus, it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnations. And the most extraordinary feature exhibited by Lord Krishna was his internal energetic manifestation of his pastimes with the cowherd girls. His pastimes with the gopis are all displays of transcendental existence, bliss, and knowledge. Although these are manifested apparently as sex love, as the specific attraction of his pastimes with the gopis should never be misunderstood. The Bhagavatam relates that transcendental pastimes in the 10th canto, and in order to reach the position to understand the transcendental nature of Lord Krishna's pastimes with the gopis in the Bhagavatam, promotes the student gradually in 9 other cantos. According to Srila Jiva Goswami's statement, in accordance with authoritative sources, Lord Krishna is the source of all other incarnations. It is not that Lord Krishna has any source of incarnation. All the symptoms of the supreme truth in full are present in person of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. And in the Bhagavatam, the Lord emphatically declares that there is no truth greater than or equal to himself. In this stanza, the word Swayam, particularly mentioned to confirm that Lord Krishna has no other source than himself. Although in the other places the incarnations are described as Bhagwan because of their specific functions, nowhere are they declared to be the Supreme Personality. In this stanza, the word Swayam signifies the supremacy as the Samam Bonam. The Samam Bonam, Krishna, is one without a second. He himself has expanded himself in various parts, portions, and particles as Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasha, Tad Ekatma, Prabhava, Prabhava, Vaibhava, Vilasa, Avatāra, Avesha, and Jivas, all provided with innumerable energies just suitable to respective persons and personalities. Learned scholars in the transcendental subject have carefully analyzed the Samam Bonam Krishna to have 64 principal attributes. All the expansions or categories of the Lord possess only some percentage of these attributes. But Sri Krishna, the possessor of the attributes 100%, and his personal expansions such as Swayam Prakasha and Tad Ekatma up to the categories of the avatar who are all Vishnu Tattva possess up to 93% of these transcendental attributes. Krishna is at 100% and the Vishnu Tattvas, the topmost Vishnu Tattvas, are 93%. Lord Shiva, who is neither Avatāra nor Avesha, nor between them, possess almost 84% of the attributes. Shiva. Number 3. But Jivas, or individual living beings in different statuses of life, possess up to the limit of 78% of the attributes. In the conditioned state of material existence, the living being possess these attributes in a minute quantity, varying in terms of the pious life and living being. The most perfect of the living beings is Brahma, the supreme administrator of one universe. He possesses 78% of the attributes in full. 78%. All these demigods, all other demigods, have the same attribute in less quantity, whereas human beings possess the attribute in a very minute quantity. The standard of perfection for human being is to develop the attributes up to 78% in full. The living being can never possess attributes like Shiva, Vishnu, or Krishna. The living being can become godly by developing 78% transcendental attributes in fullness, but he can never become like Lord Shiva, Vishnu, or Krishna. He can become a Brahma in due course. The godly living beings who are all residents of the planets in the spiritual sky are eternal associates of God in different spiritual planets called Haridham and Maheshdham. The abode of Lord Krishna above all spiritual planets is called Krishna Loka or Golok Vrindavan. And the perfected living being, by developing 78% of the above attributes in fullness, can enter the planet of Krishna Loka after leaving the present material body. End of the purport. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpataruvascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
O Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So this verse for us is, in English, it's called Emperor verse, the King of the Kings verses. And in Sanskrit, it's called Paribhasha Sutra. Paribhasha Sutra, literal meaning of the Paribhasha Sutra is to define the basis. The basis of Srimad Bhagavatam is what? Krishna. Krishna is the basis of Srimad Bhagavatam because the Dharma has taken shelter of the Bhagavatam after Krishna's disappearance. Krishna is the basis of the Bhagavatam. Krishna, the Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Krishna. So it's Krishna. And this verse defines Krishna. Who is Krishna? So, in order to get to this conclusion, Srila Sut Goswami gave the descriptions of all the 22 incarnations in the with certain introduction of each one of them. And then, actually, in the 23rd verse of the same chapter, Sut Goswami counted Krishna as an avatar. In the 23rd verse, Srila Sut Goswami said, in the 19th and 20th incarnations, the Lord advented himself as Lord Brahma and Krishna. In the 23rd verse, he counted Krishna as one of the incarnations in the family of Vrishni. and by doing so, he removed the burden of the world. But now, in the 28th verse, he is claiming Krishna to be something else. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord, but Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. But Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa is the original personality of Godhead. Like Srila Prabhupada used to give an example of a candle. If it is Diwali and you want to light 50 candles for decoration, you would not light 50 candles separately. You would light one candle. These days, you just flip a button and all the candles light up. If you were to light up real candles, you would light one candle, and from that one candle, you would light up the rest of the 49 candles, and all the 50 candles are lit. Now, how would they look? They would look the same. Although they would look the same, but among the 50 candles, there is one original candle that lit the rest of the 49 candles. So that original candle is Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So Srila Prabhupada says in the Purport, in this stanza, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the personality of Godhead, is distinguished from other incarnations. So first he counts Krishna as the as one of the 22 incarnations, as 19th and 20th, but now he is separating them from rest. All of the above incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. Lord is one. Christians also refer to some Lord. Although I don't think Jesus ever said that he was the Lord. He always said that he was the messenger, son of the Lord. And so are you. So are you. But that, what I'm referring to, that Lord, where the incarnations are coming from, plenary or incarnations, plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions. In the Sanskrit, the term is used ansha. Ansha is the plenary portion. Ansha is, in English, it's translated as plenary portion. And then the portion of the plenary portion is called kala. Kala. So, ansha and kala. And further, Srila Prabhupada gives more, but for now, there is ansha and kala. So, out of these 22 incarnations, there are so many anshas and there are so many kalas. Like there is the 10 incarnations, Dashavatar. So the Dashavatar are mostly all anshas. But many of these avatars that are given here in the Bhagavatam are not counted as the Dashavatars. So most of them end up to be kalas. Like Narad Muni is counted as one of the avatars here, and Kumaras are also counted as incarnations of the Supreme, but in Dashavatar, they are missing. They are not there. In Dashavatar, we don't count when we sing the Dashavatar Stota. The Narad Muni, Kapil Muni, um, the four Kumaras, all of these names are not there. So most of these names are anshas, uh, portions of the plenary portions. Further, Srila Prabhupada says, he is counted amongst the Avatāras incarnations because of his causeless mercy. He descends from the transcendental abode. Avatāra means who descends. We want to Tara. We want to ascend. You want to go back home, back to Godhead? That's called Tara. Ascend. We kind of belong here, although we don't really belong here, but we are sent here or deserve to be here, so we are here. For us to get out, that procedure will be called Tara, ascent up to the spiritual world. Like we hear the story of Gopakumar, how Gopakumar went from one realm to the next realm and next realm, and what he faced and what he came across, and he was not satisfied with any of the realms. So finally, he ends up at the Golok Vrindavan, and there is no place higher. Reminds me of that um, story about women looking for men or for a husband. And there is a 6-story departmental store, imaginary, where you can get a husband, find a husband. So you go in, on the first floor, you find men who have jobs. So the woman goes and see, okay, here are men who have jobs. Let's see what's on the second floor. So they go to the second floor. They find these are men who have jobs, and they also love to start a family. Love to start a family. Not just have a job, they are also. Oh, this is very interesting. So let's see what's on the third floor. These are men who have jobs, and they love to start a family, and they love kids or something. Okay, let's check out the fourth floor. This is good-looking men who have jobs, family values, and so on. Okay, let's check out the next floor. So this on the next floor is men who have jobs. They're good looking, they love kids, and they really respect women. And now the women go to the 6th floor to find out what we can find, and say, you are visitor number so and so. If you did not settle for anything on the 5 floors, there is nothing for you. You are too picky and too choosy. You will not find anything. But Gop Kumar's story is opposite. of that. Gopkumar kept going to higher and higher realms and finding out, no, uh, I'm not satisfied. It, I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. So he kept getting promoted to the next realm because uh, of his um, uh, sadhana and uh, faith was giving him power. But before going to Goloka, he had to come right back to the earth planet, take birth, be with Krishna as a Gopa, got a chance to be with Krishna as a Gopa, and then Krishna took him with him to the Goloka. So here we are in the Avatāra situation. We want to Tara ascend. Krishna or any other incarnations, they are already up there, they descend. All incarnations of the Lord, including Lord Himself, descend to the different planet of the material world as also in different species of life. So, as we see the Dashavatara, the first of the Dashavatara is what? Matsya. So, he incarnates as a fish. Next is Kurma. He incarnates as a tortoise. And next is Varaha. He incarnates as a wild pig. So he's taking incarnations. He comes as Lord Nrsimha, is like a half man, half lion. In different species of life, Krishna descends as plenary portions. Originally, Lord is full of opulence. So the next point Srila Prabhupada is making in this purport is Krishna is full of all opulence, but in different plenary portions, he displays one or two or three of these opulences, whereas when he comes as Krishna, he displays all of them. So he's giving examples that when he comes as Parshuram and Lord Nrsimha, he displays unusual opulence of killing disobedient Kshatriyas 21 times as Parshuram, the Supreme Lord, just basically shows his prowess, how he can really kill. One man, Parshuram, had no army. One man. And he faced the largest army of this world. Kritvirya Arjun. Kritvirya Arjun had insulted his mother and killed his father. And in the Leela, of course, who can actually insult the Supreme Personality of Godhead's mother and kill the father? But in the Leela, and Parshuram took him on. Kritvirya Arjun is somebody who imprisoned Ravana. Ravan was defeated by Kritvirya Arjun. Ravana was no match, according to the pastime. Ravana himself was no match for Krithvirya Arjun. Krithvirya Arjun not only defeated him, captured him, put him in the jail, kept him in the jail, released him at his own wish. Said, okay, you pose no danger to me. You just go. You're nothing. Just go. And now, Parshuram, one man alone, taking on Krithvirya Arjun. Krithvirya Arjun had 4 sons who attacked him from 4 different directions. And Parshuram, one man standing. Of course, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, empowered. But that's what he displayed. He did not display his beauty, his all the other opulences as much as he displayed his prowess. And as Lord Nrsimha, of course, he displayed love for Prahlad Maharaj, but he displayed a lot of anger. Lot of anger. Although it was not bad anger, it was good anger. Because bad anger is for a bad purpose, wrong purpose, for irreligious purpose, or anger for satisfying my own senses. But this was an anger that, how dare you try to hurt my devotee. My devotee Prahlad Maharaj is setting such a nice example. At the age of 5, he is chanting, preaching, bringing other people into Krishna consciousness, and you trying to hurt him. So Lord Nrsimhadev showed a lot of anger. Even after killing Hiranyakashipu, he was still angry. So angry, so angry, so angry. Still so angry. And the demigods, they didn't want to face him. They didn't want to go in front of Lord Nrsimhadev. So they got Devi Lakshmi. I say, you go and try to calm him down. Devi Lakshmi said, no way, I'm not going. I'm just going to be blown away. He is too angry. Even for me, I cannot face him right now. So the only person who was able to face him at that time was Prahlad Maharaj himself. He took a little garland and approached Lord Nrsimhadev, and that helped Lord Nrsimhadev calm down. So in this paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is making this point in this portion of the purport, that in different portions he displays different opulence, whereas when he comes as Krishna, he shows everything altogether. And he ends it with the example that if a little light in the little bulb is lit up by what? The electricity coming from the whole powerhouse. So just because that powerhouse is just supplying light to this little bulb doesn't mean this is all it's got. It's got a lot more. But because we have a little bulb that we put on, we're just using that much electricity. But where that little power is coming from, there's a lot more power, greater volts of power to run large-scale industrial dynamos. Further, Srila Prabhupada explains The incarnations of Lord Ram and Dhanvantari displayed his fame. Lord Ram is very, very popular. You say, if you say Ram once, what does that mean? If you say Ram once, that means, yeah, you're calling Ram. Ram. So if Gopal's name was Ram, he would understand that he's being called. And if you say Ram Ram, if his name was Ram and I call Ram Ram, he will not answer because he will know Ram Ram means something else. What does Ram Ram mean? Ram Ram means hello.
Means
Hello. So you say Ram Ram, that is not Ram. That means, although it is Ram only, but because you said it twice, it has become a hello, like devotees say to each other, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu. So most Hindus would say Ram Ram. So that is Ram Ram. And if you say Ram 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 3 times, what does that mean? Ram Ram Ram. That's pity. That's pity. That means something bad has happened. Ram Ram Ram. Same name of the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not that the meaning of the Ram name has changed. The name, the meaning of the name is still the same, but now you said it thrice in a row, it has a whole new meaning. Ram, Ram, Ram. You hear a bad news, Ram, Ram. And if you say Ram 4 times, Ram, 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 that becomes chanting. Chanting. So just Ram has so many. Ram is a lot more recognized, has a lot more fame than so many other incarnations, considered to be the Supreme Lord without any being given any explanation to a common person. Common person, you have to explain Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But for a common person, don't need to explain Ram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead as much. They quite easily understand that. The next, Srila Prabhupada is giving an example of Lord Kapila. In the form of Lord Kapila, Krishna exhibited his transcendental knowledge. How knowledgeable is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He, in the form of Kapila, he just exhibits that aspect. In the form of Narnarayan Rishi, he displays the renunciation. How renounced the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be, he displays that in the form of Narnarayan Rishi. But Lord Krishna, the primeval Lord, exhibited the complete features of Godhead, and thus it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnations. That's the point Srila Prabhupada is trying to make. And then he says, his pastimes with the gopis are displays of his transcendental existence, bliss, and knowledge through the senses. Through these are manifested apparently as sex love, but specific attraction of his pastimes with the gopis should never be misunderstood. In this regard, there is a Leela in Vrajdham. It is between Durvasa Rishi and Krishna, and of course the gopis are involved. So Durvasa Rishi's main headquarter, his home, is actually in Vraja. In Vraja, in the Rajmandal, is his actual residence. And that residence is towards Mangar, Mansarovar. That's an area of Vrindavan or Vrajdham, the other side of Yamuna. And the gopis are residing on this side of Yamuna. And then there is Yamuna, and you have to go across Yamuna and go to the other side, and that's where Durvasa Rishi lives. So there is this Leela about, so there comes the time of the year when Yamuna has very little water. So everybody can just walk across. A little bit difficulty, but you just easily can walk across. So at that time, this special time, I think it's Savan. The Savan is what is going on just before the monsoon. So at that time, the Durvasa Rishi is offered Chappan Bhog, 56 food items to be offered to Durvasa. So the gopis, the mothers at their home, make all these preparations and get the Chappan Bhog plate ready and give to the gopis, go and offer it to Durvasa. So Krishna is waiting at the Yamuna, and he somehow makes Yamuna water rise several feet. So the Yamuna that was looking like there is nothing, everybody is going across and there is no issue. These gopis arrive with their plates, and Yamuna is having so much water, waves and all this. And they are all afraid. They say, oh, we told our mother that there is no water in the Yamuna. And they prepared all this food for Durvasa, and now we're supposed to take it, and now there is so much water. So Krishna is standing right there. He appears and he says, you can ask Yamuna to go down. So, oh, how would we do that? Because the women in their minds were thinking that Durvasa, the reason we are taking all this food to Durvasa is he's probably attached to the food. Maybe he has a tongue that, he's having trouble controlling or whatever. And he really delights our food. He really likes it. So Krishna says, okay, why don't you pray to Mother Yamuna that if Durvasa is not really attached to all the food, he just takes it because we offer it to him. If that is the truth, please go down for us. So when they make this prayer, the Yamuna goes down. Krishna is standing right there. He's controlling the Yamuna goes down, and they go across very easily and go feed Durvasa, and they want to come back. and they're thinking of Krishna, but they're thinking of Krishna not in this way that we would like them to think. That they're thinking of Krishna that he has eyes on us, he has eyes on all the women, and so on and so forth. So Krishna raises the water again. And now they go back to Durvasa and say, we need to go home. And there is so much water in the Yamuna. And Durvasa says, okay, then you pray to Yamuna, tell Yamuna, if Krishna is a perfect brahmachari, then you please go down for us. They said, this is not going to work. Krishna is nowhere close to being a perfect brahmachari. This prayer is a waste of time. Durvasa says, you have any other ideas? I'm telling you, go do it. So, not having any other choice and having to go home and tell their mothers that we did not listen to Durvasa, you don't want to do that. So, with a simple heart, they made that prayer, thinking that it will not work, but they made the prayer with full faith that if Krishna is a perfect brahmachari, Yamuna, please go down. Yamuna goes down. So Krishna made a point that he is not after the girls. The girls are the jivatmas who want to fall in love with the Supreme. It is not that kind of physical love. That is why Srila Prabhupada says that love is transcendental existence, bliss, and knowledge. Although it manifests as sex love, but it is transcendental existence, bliss, and knowledge. Satchit Ananda. So, Srila Prabhupada says the gopis' love should never be misunderstood. The transcendental pastime in the 10th canto, and in order to reach the 10th canto, one must understand the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord's pastime gradually in the 9 other cantos. Slowly, you learn and understand who Krishna is in the 9th canto, then you reach Krishna book, or sorry, the 10th canto, and learn about Krishna's pastimes. And in the next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is quoting Srila Jiva Goswami that he uses the word Swayam, particularly mentioned to confirm Lord Krishna has no other source than himself. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Anadir Adir Govinda means the one who has no beginning and who has no end. He doesn't come from anything, but everything emanates from him. There is a lot more in this purport that we can discuss, but we don't have the time. We would like to invite any questions or comments. Is the Zoom line on too?
It should be on.
Huh?
Good class. Thank you.
Any questions or comments? Anyone from Zoom?
About how Krishna has all 64 attributes in full.
Yes. Yes. Yes.